And joining us now via Zoom is Ataguba Alboje, is a legal practitioner. Thanks for joining us on the News Hour.
All right, thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's start with this, contradictory, if we may use that word, ruling. We have the 2024 Kano Emirate law, which is still valid according to the report we heard earlier. Now, another court nullifying the appointment of Lamido Sanusi. What exactly is going on?
Well, this contradictory judgments or rulings by the court is a blight on our judicial system, and it ought not to be. First of all, I think that we need to set the premise and set the record straight that the position of the emir is simply that of a civil servant, and the emir holds his position, as it were, at the pleasure of his employer, and that is clear enough. But the issues that have arisen so far is whether the Federal High Court in the first place even had jurisdiction to have even gone into this chieftaincy matter in the first place. And to even make the matters worse, when the Honorable Court gave its decision, it became a bit more confusing. Because first of all, the court went ahead to nullify the steps that the state government had taken right after the alleged order that was served on the 27th, and nullified those actions. But again, the court went on to validate the Emirate Council law that was passed just a few months ago. And that kind of set the stage for confusion. I think that the only clarity that we are going to get at the end of the day is for this matter to proceed to the Court of Appeal, and for the Court of Appeal to make a clear statement with regards to the position of the law, particularly with regards to the jurisdiction of the court, whether the court even had the jurisdiction in the first place to have entertained this matter. But like I said, that these conflicting decisions has not in any way resolved the dispute that has been brewing and is threatening to spill and become something that we all do not want to see. I think that the duty of the court is to be clear with regards to its orders, rather than to make ambiguous statements, leaving it open for interpretation. The Kano state government is making interpretations that the judgment is in its favor, and the other camp also is also making, is relying on the same judgment to say that the court said that parties should maintain status quo. So what status quo is the court referring to? Is it the status quo before the passing of the Emirate Council law, or the status quo right after, which is what is subsisting now?
Okay.
And yes.
Okay, so with what you've said, you're a lawyer. What steps are available to all the parties concerned? Should they seek a definite interpretation at the same level, or should they head to the Supreme Court for interpretation of all of this?
Well, the law is very clear with regards to how parties should go once a judgment is given. The Federal High Court, having delivered its judgment, its functions official can no longer in any way seek to interpret its own decision.
Yeah.
Parties who are aggrieved should file a notice of appeal and head to the appellate court to seek a determination of their rights. They can no longer refer back to the court. The court has done its duty, done its duty, and that case filed before the court is closed. You can no longer interpret that decision anymore. It now remains for the appellate court to do its job. And I hope that all parties will maintain the peace and sanity of the state and allow the court to still do its job, even though, quite frankly, I don't think that was done elegantly by the prior court.
All right, just in less than 10 seconds, the Kano State government has directed the State Commissioner of Police to evict the deposed Emir Ado Bayero from the current residence with the latest court judgment. What do you think? Do you think is the right step and in the right direction, by the Kano State government?
What the Kano State is attempting to do, in my respectful view, is resorting to self-help. Right now, this matter is still being disputed, and all parties in the interest of justice and interest of peace ought to maintain the status quo until it is decided.
Okay.
The Kano state trying to use the apparatus of the state to reject the 14th Emir, in my mind, is going to lead to anarchy and should not in any way take steps that will ruffle feathers across forward.
Okay. Thank you so much, Barrister Agboje, for your views on the Kano Emirate Tussle. Thank you for joining us on the News Hour.
Thank you.